will jump out.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. You are the new host. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, although I call the meeting to order, moving forward, that will be the duty of the chair or the vice chair in the chair's absence. What I want to do now is call the roll. And how I'm going to do that, I am just going, it's in no particular order. I'm just going to go down the list. As you hear your name called, please respond by either saying yes or present. Precious Berry. And one more thing, I want to apologize in advance if I mispronounce anybody's name. It is not my intention um, to do that, so I apologize in advance if I mess up anyone's name. Sophie Chapman. Alawamitobi Ogunbanji. Elizabeth Franklin.
Present.
Audrey Reese.
Present.
Elise Green. Erica Green.
Present.
Adele Burr.
Present.
Avery Claire Dwecker.
Present, and it's Decker.
Decker. Gotcha. Thank you. Emily Brower.
Present.
Tyler Brower. Ajwar Raleigh.
Present.
Caitlin Sepik.
Present.
And then Alexia Nastasia.
Present.
All right, roll call has been completed and a quorum has been achieved. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to take this time to introduce myself. My name is Dewan Huddleston. I am actually a program manager for St. Louis County, but I have also been chosen as the director of human services uh, person that will be in charge of the Youth Advisory Council, the designee for the Youth Advisory Council. Many of you have received emails from me reminding you of meeting times. I've also sent out literature in various capacities, and so I am that person. Also, I have met some of you previously whenever we met in Dr. Page's office for the meet and greet, but also some faces are familiar from being a part of the youth council last session. So definitely nice to meet you all. Congratulations again on your selection to be a part of the council and for volunteering to dedicate your time and energy for this important work that we'll do. Um, at this time, in no particular order, I will like to give each of you an opportunity to introduce yourself, but also share one fact with the group that you wouldn't mind sharing. Again, and it's in no particular order.
I can go first. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Alexia. I've lived in St. Louis, for a little over a decade. This is my second year in the council. And a fact about me is that through this group last year, I got to speak for Sam Page. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dwan,
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know, it looks like you also had Sophie Chapman, Tyler Brower, and Oluwamitobi. Did I pronounce that right, your first name right? Join the meeting.
I believe also Elise Green joined as well.
Oh, she did. It's hard to always see everybody on the with this many.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so welcome those who may have recently joined. At this time, what we're doing, we're doing introductions. So if you could please share your name and one fact about yourself that you wouldn't mind sharing with the group.
Can I go next?
Absolutely.
Okay. My name is Elise Green, and one thing about myself is that I started my own cooking business, basically. It's called Lotta Butter, and I sell at school, and I'm trying to get it more out there to have basically a real business.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
I can go next. My name is Elizabeth Franklin. I go to Parkway West High School, and one interesting fact about me is that I really love writing and I really love reading, and those are two of my passions.
Thanks for sharing. Go Longhorns, by the way.
I can go next. My name is Sophie Chapman. I go to Pattonville High School, and one fact about me is that I love like performing, so anything with dancing, singing, and acting.
Got it. Thanks for sharing.
I can go. Hi. Oh, I'm Adele Burr. I go to Afton High School. And a fun fact about me is I play varsity tennis.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I can go if no one else wants to. My name is Avery Claire Decker. I go to Clayton High School, and a fun fact about me is that I moved to St. Louis a couple years ago from Atlanta, Georgia.
Great. Thanks for sharing.
My name is Audrey Reese. I go to Rockwood Summit High School, and I'm a dancer, and I've been dancing since I was 3 years old.
Thanks. Thanks for sharing.
I can go next. I'm Ishwar. I go to Lafayette High School and I play the saxophone.
Right. Good deal. Thanks for sharing.
My name is Emily Brower. I go to Oakville and I do cross country and track.
Thank you.
My name's Caitlin Seapack. I go to St. Joe, and a fun fact about me is like I love traveling.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
My name's Erica Green. I go to Hazelwood Central High School and I play school and club volleyball.
Thank you. Anybody else, or what was that it?
Dewan, I see that there's a thing in the chat from Tyler Brower saying that his audio is not working currently and he's trying to fix it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is there For the host, is there a way to work with those two on the issue at all, or anything you can do on your end?
I think he laughed and made you the host.
Oh, okay. Well, that that is the case. I would not have any expertise as to the technical difficulties.
One, I believe there's also a way that Tyler could call in if he has a cell phone. I believe that there should be an option. Your Jen, do you remember how to do it? It's been a while.
Let
Oh,
me
if you go to event and then information, if you're using a computer, Tyler, then you should be able to call in and you should list the toll-free number that you'd call in the access code, and that way at least you'd have audio.
yeah, there's a there's a number you can dial. Join the audio conference only. So you could probably stay on both.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So, so definitely, in the interest of time, obviously we will allow the final two. If you are able to connect via cell phone, we will definitely allow you time to do your introductions. In the interest of time, I would like to still move forward with the next agenda item. Um, okay, so each of you should have received from me uh, both a copy of the ordinance as well as a copy of today's agenda. So what I want to do now, I want to share a bit from the ordinance, just kind of speaking to the duties and such, and the purpose of the youth council. So let's see. So the Youth Advisory Council provides for the council authorities. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let me. Okay, here we go. This is the council's first meeting of the year, obviously. The council's role in county government is advisory, as stated in the ordinance. The ordinance provides that this council submit a report to the county executive and the county council by February 15th, 2023, reflecting the council's activities and any recommendations on matters within the scope of its authority. At the next meeting, staff will work with the chair to draft an agenda that will provide for the council to develop a plan for exercising its authorities and performing its duties. To accomplish that, we need to continue to the next agenda item, right? And so the ordinance also provides that at the first meeting of the year, the council is to select a chair and vice chair, and that is the next item on our order of business. Now, so this ordinance, it's unique in that it calls for both a chair and vice chair to be selected during this first meeting. The challenge there is that you all, many of you all, it's the first time everybody's meeting, so you don't really know a lot about one another, and so one of the things that we were thinking, if everybody's in agreement, and if, for instance, you are wanting to, be considered as a chair or a vice chair, if everybody's in agreement, we will allow time for those individuals who want to serve in those roles to present a very brief explanation as to why you should be chosen. Um, but before we do that, because I definitely want to be fair to everybody, so both Tyler and Ala Mitubi, were you all able to call in at all? Do we have any indication?
I don't. Did I can help a little bit if you want to. If
Okay.
if you all if you can pull up the invitation you got, or if you just want to write down the telephone number and try to call into that. I can read it out loud. I think this is correct. The one that starts with 408. Don't you believe, Mac? That's the
That should be the correct number, and I'm also going to put it in the chat for them after you read it.
okay. Yeah, so the number is 1-408 418 9388. Again, that's 1-408 418 9388. If you call into that number, you should be able to join the meeting by audio.
And so, and while you're doing that, and trying to get in, I just want to briefly share some of the duties, excuse me, that will be, no, if you do decide, hey, I want to be a chair, or I want to be the vice chair, I just want to briefly share what all that may entail, or some of what that may entail. Uh, so, the ordinance provides that the chair preside over the meetings of the council, and for the vice chair to preside over meetings in the absence of the chair. The chair also has the authority to call additional meetings of the council beyond the 8 meetings per year required by the ordinance. So as a practical matter, um, the chair will work along with myself to draft each of the meetings agendas. And during the meetings, the chair may want to seek input from the council members for agenda items for future council meetings. So in other words, like today, I'm serving, since we don't currently have a chair, I'm doing a lot more talking than I will do in the future, recognizing that this will be this is you all's council, right? You're gonna run it. You're gonna go through the procedures and such. The chair's position is going to be that, you know, he or she would be presiding over over the meetings, you know, calling the meetings to orders, you know, et cetera and so forth, working with myself to draft the agenda for each of the meetings. And then finally, if the chair is absent for whatever reason, then the vice chair would take on those responsibilities. Is that clear to everyone? Does that make sense? Okay.
While everybody kind of absorbs all that information, would this be a good time for Mac and I to introduce ourselves?
Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Jen Frank. I am one of the managing attorneys in the St. Louis County Counselor's Office. And one of my colleagues is here today who will be assigned to this board and commission. We assign an attorney from our office to all of the boards and commissions to provide them legal guidance. And Mac will be assigned to you. Mac, would you want to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Callanan. I look forward to working with you guys.
Okay.
So Dwan, I think you could ask if there is anyone who would like to self-nominate for the position of chair.
Yes. Is there anyone who would like to self-nominate for the position of chair?
I'd like to self-nominate.
Could I self-nominate for like the vice chair? Is that like an option instead of just nominating myself for chair?
Yes. I think Dwan, if you want me to step in, I'm happy to.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, I
please.
think we probably will. What I would advise is you conduct the selection for chair first, and then when that's over, then the chair will take over the meeting, and we can lead the chair and the council through then the selection of the vice chair. Does that make sense?
Yes. I would like to nominate for chair.
Councilor Frank, question: if the others are not able to connect, are they able to
Well,
indicate? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's if I'm not mistaken, it is if there we can see Oluwametobi and Tyler. I don't know if you can turn your camera on or not, but certainly if one of those individuals who don't have audio right now wants to raise their hand to say if they're interested in self-nominating for chair, they can certainly do that. I don't know if Tyler can hear us or not.
I can just text him since he's my brother.
Okay.
What would they be able to indicate that by chat if
Well, if certainly you can, what I think would be preferable would be for if somebody doesn't have audio, if they can turn on their video and just, you could, when you go to vote, you could, you know, uh, Tyler said in the chat he does not want to be chair.
Okay.
And then he could, if he can turn his video on, he can, you can ask, you could ask for a vote to just sort of back up a little bit for y'all. This is a little bit of an unusual situation because since we didn't have a chair or vice chair who carried over from the last year, there was no council member to run this meeting. So that is why Dwan is kind of running this meeting. And so I think if you're all amenable, you could certainly, and if there's nobody else who wants to self-nominate for chair, you could call for the selection by a show of hands, or by either a show of your hand or by voting aye. So I think you could, if there's nobody else who wants to be chair, then I think you could just by sort of acclamation, by a show of hands or saying aye, if the group wants to. That's the will of the group. If that's the will of the body, to elect Alexia and Nastasia as chair.
I have a question. So is there only 2 positions for chair?
There's a chair. The ordinance provides for the position of the office of chair and the office of vice chair. Yes.
Okay.
And then we could ask if anybody objects to Alexia and Nastasia as chair. I think that's good, Dwan. I think a majority of the members approved of that. And so really now that you have selected a chair, Alexia, Nastasia can go ahead and take over the meeting. And we can we can help you through it a little bit. Mrs. Stasia, if you want to ask if anyone wants to self-nominate or nominate someone for the position of vice chair, that's what I would advise you do next.
Yeah, sure. Is anyone looking for the role of vice chair?
I'd like to run.
I'd like to nominate myself as well.
I'd like to nominate myself.
Okay, then I think if that's okay, we could just go in order and people could introduce themselves a little bit or maybe say something about themselves and then we could vote on each candidate. Whoever wants to go first.
I can go first. So, my name is Elizabeth Franklin, and I have been doing a lot of things in both in my school and my actual community. And so I've been a leader in both areas. And I really think that I could be helpful as a vice chair. I am willing to learn. Since this is my first year on the council, that is one of the things I'm willing to do, as well as hear everyone's voice. And I would just like to say that this could be a great opportunity for me. As I said, writing and reading is my passion. And by connecting those, I think I can really tap into first an empathy, and then second, a knowledge that, we all have a voice and our voices are all so useful, especially in today's climate. And if you choose me as vice chair, I will make sure that your voice will be heard. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Whoever was next can go.
I'll go next. I'm Elise Green, and I'd like to run for vice chair because I care about the community, and I've built up leadership skills that I developed as JV captain and co-captain for our volleyball team at school. So I'm good at handling people and good in pressure situations. So I've also worked with kids, so I have good communication skills, and I'm good at handling different situations when there's a problem.
Okay, thank you. Whoever was next.
Yeah, I can go. Hi, I'm Adele. This is my second year on the council. Last year was definitely more of a learning experience for me, but I feel like this year I could definitely take up a leadership position. Um, I'm involved with a lot of stuff. I'm on tennis. I'm a sophomore class officer and representative. I'm in Key Club. I'm in HOSA. I'm a part of Washington University's college prep program. I'm doing a lot, but I am well rounded. I think that this would be a great opportunity for me to learn more about the city I live in and also ways that I could make it a better place. So, thank you.
Okay, was anyone else looking to be nominated for vice president? Vice chair?
I see Aluma. I apologize for not being able to say her name. Aluma Wood Toby. She's raising her hand.
Yeah. Okay. If
can I ask a question, please, Madam Chair?
yes.
Were you able to dial in? Were you able to call in on the number?
Was I able to?
No.
Oh.
Last person who wants to be a candidate for vice chair. Well, I have two questions really. Tyler, are you able to unmute yourself? Or Dwan, since you're the host, can you see the list of participants?
Okay, let me see. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Could you see, you may be able to unmute Tyler so that we could hear him when he went, since he hasn't been able to get audio. If you, next to his name where it says, it's got the microphone with the, okay.
Got it.
Tyler, are you able to talk now so that we can hear you? Doesn't seem like it.
maybe he could write something in the chat, if that's possible.
Yeah. Yes, we'll have to read it out loud, but yes. So I think that the last person who wants to self-nominate could do the same thing, except did we lose her? No.
So she has a video, but I believe it's the audio issue.
Yeah. So you could certainly type into the text. Madam Chair, I would just advise that you then read out loud what she types into the, I'm sorry, into the chat. You read out loud what she types into the chat.
Yes, I definitely will.
Can you go ahead and type what you want to say into the chat? Do you see that?
Is it possible for them to say just a word or two in chat so we know that they heard us and that they're typing?
Oluwamatobi, are you typing in chat? Can you not? She said yes, she is.
Oh, okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
look like
sorry
you were
about
muted.
that. Next time I'll try to get that under control. But hello, my name is Toby. Actually, my full name is Oluwami Toby, but I go by Toby for short. I am a student at Hazelwood West High School. I am currently a junior, and I feel like I possess the necessary skills for a vice chair because I hold a leadership position in clubs such as Key Club, NHS, ISA, which is the International Student Association, and I also play chess. I am also a member of varsity soccer and varsity tennis, and I feel like being able to juggle all that into one and also maintain a good GPA, I feel like that is greatly something. Yeah. And I also would like to help my community and give great advice to help bring the community together because yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, this is so disorganized.
No, thank you.
Not
Okay.
that you need me to say it, but I think we're all doing great for our first meeting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Madam Chair, you've got 4 nominees. If there's no one else that's going to nominate, I would suggest that you just ask Dwan to go through the list of the council members who are present, make sure and ask them to which individual they want to cast their vote for, and just so it looks. If you correct me if I'm wrong, Madam Chair, you have Elizabeth Franklin, as a candidate, Elise Green as a candidate, Adele Burr as a candidate, and Toby Ogunbanke. Did I pronounce the last name right? Okay. And so if you want to ask Dwan to go through the roll of the members, and each person can cast their vote for one of those individuals. And Dwan, since you'll be doing that, I'm happy to help you. Since you don't have another staff person here tonight, I'm happy to help you keep track of the votes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's start with Sophie Chapman. Ms. Chapman, are you still?
Oh, it looks like you lost her.
We didn't lose Chapman, did we? Oh. Okay. All right. These self-nominated individuals, they receive a vote as well, correct?
Right. They will vote.
Gotcha. Okay. So Ms. Toby. Who do
Yeah, just to clarify, if you're voting for yourself, you just say your own name. Did we lose her again on Toby? Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Toby, you just have to cast your vote for one of the nominees. And if it's yourself, then you just say your own name. Sounds like you lost your audio again.
Lost the audio again.
Oh, I just did. Am I supposed to put it in the chat?
No.
No.
You could. Yeah, I'm sorry, Juwan. Go ahead.
No. You just if you choose yourself, you just need to say your own name.
I don't have anything to say.
No, you're voting for the candidates for vice chair. So if you're voting for yourself, you say your own name. If you're voting for yourself, you say one of the names of the other candidates.
Oh, Adele.
I'm sorry. What?
Adele.
Adele?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Elizabeth Franklin. Who do we have?
Elizabeth Franklin.
Okay. Audrey Reese.
Adele.
Elise Green.
Elise Green.
Erica Green.
Elizabeth Franklin.
Adele Burr.
Adele Burr.
Avery Clare.
Adele.
Emily Brower.
Adele.
Tyler Brower.
I think we might have lost Tyler.
Is he?
He's not. I don't think he's on it all anymore.
All right. Ejwar.
Adele.
Caitlin.
Adele.
And Councilor Frank, does Madam Chair vote as well or no?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Chair.
Elizabeth Franklin.
Okay. Was there anybody that I missed?
Dwan, by my count, Adele Burr received the most votes.
That's what I have as well.
So, Madam Chair, you can go ahead and state that Adele Burr has been selected as vice chair.
Adele Burr is now the vice president. Congratulations.
And Madam Chair, you can, and hopefully you don't mind us helping you just with procedure a little bit as we go on through the agenda. So you can go on to the next agenda item, which is actually the scheduling of the next meeting.
Okay. Well, I would think that the meeting is coming to a close then. And I'm not sure what it.
Yeah, I think you can ask and again, excuse me for jumping in, but I think you could ask the group if anybody has any ideas for a different meeting time, or you could ask, this is the just looking at my calendar here, this is the 4th Thursday of the month at 5:30. So you could ask folks if that works for everybody, except obviously as a general principle, except it won't work for next month because that's Thanksgiving. So you could go to the 3rd Thursday next month, but you could also ask for suggestions from the group.
Yeah. Okay, so I give permission for anybody to jump in if this time works generally for everyone. If people would like a different time, either works. Whatever the group wants.
We don't have to do this, but like, would Wednesdays also work for everybody, or just Thursdays?
I can't do Wednesdays.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
Be
Does any
able to move it up to 5 o'clock instead of 5:30?
that works for me if the rest of the group is okay with that. Okay, so then would we want to do Fridays at 5 or Thursdays at 5? Or different day? We can vote. It seems like everybody is okay with Thursdays at 5, but we can take a vote and
Do maybe a later time, like 6.
And Madam Chair, I'll jump in again, sorry. There's nothing that says you have to tonight establish your meeting schedule for the entire year. If you want to just determine your November meeting time, or if you want to wait till December, but just keep in mind that technically your year started, I think, in August or September. I'd have to look. And so you probably, and the ordinance specifies that you have 8 meetings a year. So you probably want to try to stick pretty closely to a monthly schedule. But you could just set your next meeting if you want to, and tell people to think about what works for them going forward. It's up to you though.
yeah, no, that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I think for next month, probably a week before would be a better idea than the week of Thanksgiving. So would that be okay with everybody? Would 5:30 work? The 3rd Thursday of that month of November.
That's November 17th.
Yes. If anyone has any objections, they can speak now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you like the 5:30 meeting to be for like the rest of the year, or would it just be for next meeting?
For now, we're just deciding next meeting. We can maybe either through emails or at our next meeting decide what the official time and day should be each month.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Okay. I think that seems to be good. Yeah, the third Thursday of November, 5:30.
All right, so just to be clear, we're saying November the 17th, correct, Madam Chair?
Yes.
Okay. All right. At this time, I would suggest, Madam Chair, if you want to call a motion to adjourn the meeting, if there's nothing further.
Yeah. I'll call a motion to adjourn.
Okay, then we need a second.
Second.
And then, Madam Chair, you just ask all in favor,
All in favor?
and then you'd all say aye if you're in favor.
Aye.
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 If anyone's opposed, and they'd say no.
All right, congratulations. The first meeting is in the books. Thank you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you all.
Right.
Thank you.